Amelia, that's right, it's Friday, so we are graced with the presence of Chef Tom from The Irishman. And what are you cooking up this week for us?
I'm going to do a Parmesan prosciutto risotto. We're going to pan-sear a chicken breast, serve that on top of the risotto, and then make a basil cream sauce to put on top.
All right, so what do you really enjoy about this dish? What's your favorite part?
Well, I don't know. I think probably the prosciutto is probably the best part. The risotto, I enjoy making a risotto, and the risotto in there with, the flavor of the prosciutto really, usually it works out pretty well.
And we were talking a couple weeks back about the difficulty for me in making rice, and you were saying that the risotto is even harder.
Yeah, it's a little more difficult. We're going to give it a shot today. I mean, basically, it's just one of those things you really have to pay attention to. You can't walk away. You got to keep stirring, adding stock, keep everything moving. Because if you let it sit in the same place for more than 30 seconds, it's probably going to burn.
And it's going to be donezo.
Yeah.
Okay, and so we also need to talk about the art festival that is coming up next weekend. You guys are going to be part of it?
Yes, we're going to have food there. There's going to be bands. It's going to be a very, very fun event. Each year we've done it. The last 2 years, I believe this will be the third year we've done it, and it's getting bigger and bigger, and it's going to be a good time.
Okay, and let's go over our ingredients for the risotto and the chicken that we're going to be making here.
Okay, well, we have the chicken breast. I'm going to flour, egg wash that, and just sear that off, finish it in the oven. And then for the risotto itself, I'm going to chop up some of the prosciutto here. Of course, a Spanish onion, a little garlic and shallot. Saute all that off, add the risotto, the white wine, and then I'm going to make a little chicken stock. I have a chicken consomme here, which is concentrated chicken, but you can use the cubes or whatever you can find in the grocery store. And then from there, we're just going to make the risotto and then make the cream sauce to put on top with the basil and the heavy cream here.
All right, well, I'm looking forward to making this dish, but for now, we're going to send it over to Emily Lenahan with your .com check.
Welcome back. We're with Chef Tom in the kitchen. We're making risotto, prosciutto, some onions. What are we making? I was doing weather.
Well, I'm going to pan-sear a chicken breast, flour, egg wash it, sear it off,
Yummy.
finish it in the oven, and then I'm going to start the risotto here because it takes a while. It's kind of a lengthy process, so hopefully we can actually finish that in the cooking segment, or in the final one here. So I'm going to start searing off the chicken here and start the risotto.
Is that just a chicken breast, or do you have to pound it down?
Yeah, that's a pounded, nice clean chicken breast that someone did at work for me.
Nice.
And, yeah, I appreciate that. And I'm going to flour and egg wash that and sear that off. As you can see with the risotto here, I'm going to start with the onions and a little bit of garlic.
Okay. A lot of garlic, I think.
Maybe a little bit more. It's an Italian dish. You want to have a good amount of garlic in there.
Not daytime yet, even though it's Friday, right?
That's right.
Breakfast here on Winging It.
A little bit of our magic mix and a little herbs de Provence here. That's a mixture of pretty much everything: rosemary, lavender, thyme, everything.
Like rainbow soda.
Yeah, it's good. A lot of good flavors in there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start off with let this saute here, and then I'm going to add the prosciutto.
Okay.
And then I'm going to start searing off the chicken breast as well.
Now, everyone says risotto is so hard. What's so hard? You just have to tend to it?
It's just basically you can't walk away. You can't be doing anything else. You have to basically give it your undivided attention when you're cooking it. Because if you let it go too long, you walk away. That's happened, I think, anyone that's cooked it in a restaurant many times. You walk away for a second.
It'll always...
Yeah, it'll stick, and it burns very quickly. So
okay,
it's one
so you
of those
just covered
things.
that in flour and egg wash. And I have to say, from watching the show, you guys have these nice kind of containers at restaurants. That's just what I do when I'm doing that stuff now. Just put it in, keep it all nice and contained, and then...
It is. A little bit in there. You got the nice high walls. Try not to make a mess.
Exactly.
Although my coworkers would say I do make a mess. I find a way to make a mess at work anyways, but, I try not to. So.
And it looks like that pan is pretty hot because the chicken's not sticking at all to the bottom of that.
Well, these are nice saute pans too, nice non-sticks also, which helps. But yeah, if you get it nice and hot there, you'll get a nice sear on it, and then you'll be able to, it won't stick or anything.
Okay, so we're going to finish cooking our chicken, sauteing the onions. Coming back will be our long cooking segment. Of course, we'll be finishing up this dish. Hopefully, I'll be getting to eat some of it today. And we're going to meet our latest, coming up after the break in the hot sauce, we're going to meet our latest animal guest, and we'll find out what it really takes to be part of the canine unit. And then we're going to get a full rundown of your best bets for weekend fun, including more good times at Canal Fest. And we're back with Chef Tom. We are making
a Parmesan prosciutto risotto with a pan-seared chicken breast and a basil cream sauce.
Just sounds better when you say it. Okay, this is my trick. I've learned from being on Winging It. I don't know if we can get a close-up on this, or we will later. You roll the basil up so you can cut those nice little strips, you see?
Yeah, the nice little strips. I believe it's called a chiffonade is the technical knife term. But
I mean, if you...
I never went to culinary school. I'm self-taught. I don't know all the terms, but I know how to do it.
School of hard knocks in the kitchen.
Yes. And basically, that's how you get the nice little the nice little ribbons
And
like
it looks
that.
so professional.
Looks so pretty.
That's
Looks
like
so pretty.
that's just the one I keep in my back pocket. That's the only cooking trick I keep in my back pocket, really. Okay, so we cooked down our prosciutto, so it's a little bit almost crispy now.
Yep, I've gotten that to the point where it's a little bit crispy. I'm going to add the risotto now. We're going to try to get this done. I'm not sure if it's going to cook all the way through, but I have the finished. Luckily, I have a finished product.
Okay.
But basically, the key with this is now you have to keep stirring this. You got to keep your eye on this, and we'll crisp that off a little bit.
So you don't even need to put anything in the risotto right away.
Not right away. No, you
Okay.
want to just kind of saute this in with everything. Not for very long though, because you'll see it'll start to brown off.
You
It'll
don't
start to
want
get golden.
that.
You don't want it to, you can start to have it golden, brown off a little, but
Okay.
you basically just want to mix it a little bit like this, and then you're going to add the white wine to open the grains of the rice, basically.
Oh, okay. While you're stirring that, I'll do a little bit of talking about what's going on in Williamsville and with the Irishman. Next weekend, there's the Glen Park Art Festival. It's Saturday and Sunday. Here, I'll try to hold up the poster for you, John. It is from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturday, 10 to 5 on Sunday. The Irishman will be there serving goodies, breakfast wraps, the Irish Mile Wrap, which if you're wondering what that is, and I was, sliced corned beef, coleslaw, Swiss cheese, homemade potato chips, almond chicken salad.
That's a very popular salad. Yeah, we have a berry vinaigrette on there, goat cheese, almond encrusted
Yummy.
chicken
Can't
breast.
go wrong with goat cheese.
Yeah, you gotta love goat cheese.
I've been craving a beet salad lately.
Beet salad?
Yeah.
It's a good idea. We
Beets
should
and
probably
goat
run
cheese.
something like that. We
Yeah.
haven't run something like that in a while.
And also, Sarah's dad, Chef Tom's future father-in-law, potentially.
Of course.
I'll pull that out. He's going to be one of the artists at the Glen Park Art Festival.
He is, and he takes very, very good photos and has a nice setup, so
Oh,
definitely
nice.
want to check
Local
out.
photos around
Local
Western New York?
photos, yeah, he's always taking them, he's always doing it, and he does a great job with it. So.
I think that might be a nice wedding gift for him to give to you guys as well, then.
Yes.
Hang it over the fireplace or something. We're just planning your life out here on Winging It.
You know,
while
it's
you're
been
cooking
happening,
for
it's
us
been a
this morning.
process. It's been a process over several months here, but
And
yeah.
you and Sarah, people are watching, just celebrated your 6-year anniversary, so congratulations to
We
you
did.
guys.
Thank you.
And while we're going on with the Chef Tom family segment, happy birthday to Chef Tom's mom this morning.
Yes, today is my mom's birthday. I'd like to wish her a very happy birthday and tell her I love her. So,
Are you gonna bring
happy
her?
birthday, Mom.
Are you gonna bring her some chicken risotto?
I am not. And we're gonna go out to dinner tonight. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, nice family dinner.
You and her can both relax together.
That's right.
And before the art festival next weekend, there's going to be the Glen Park Casino and Inferno. It's kind of the kickoff event. It's going to be catered. You can buy tickets to the event at the Irishman. They're $20 in advance. If you wait and buy them at the door, there will be an additional $10. The Irishman isn't going to be there, but you know, we always talk about the patio. Stop by the patio, have an appetizer, have some refreshments before you go down there.
It's always popular. It's a good place to go. It's been very, very busy this year. Of
I
course.
can imagine. Today may be
course.
getting a break with the clouds and some drizzle out there.
Well, break every now and then is okay. You know, of course, everyone, you know, it's not a reason not to come in. We still plenty of room inside. I will be featuring this special this weekend, so you can come in and try this tonight or tomorrow.
And then you don't have to worry about stirring it constantly at home.
That's right. Then you don't have to do this whole process here. So, as you can see, the stock, I've added the white wine. That's pretty much cooked out, and as you can see, it's starting to get a little bit sticky at this point. So that's when you want to just keep adding small increments of your chicken stock. You don't want to do too much at a time. It'll tend to drown it. It doesn't really work out very well. So you want to just keep doing small amounts like that, and basically you'll tell with the risotto will have kind of a creamy kind of, you can kind of tell by look after a while.
I'm thinking that risotto is good for somebody to make who likes to flatten the pancakes, you know, somebody that's always like mushing down on things, because those are people that like to do constant attention in the kitchen.
Right.
Just
That's
let
right.
your pancakes cook, flip them over when they're done, but you can stir your risotto constantly.
Yeah, the risotto is, as you can see, it's one of these things. I mean, I probably could step away a little bit here, but I'm just going to keep everything moving here. You don't want anything to stick. Even with a non-stick pan like this, as you can see,
It's just not a good,
not
a good mixture.
Not a good mix. So we're going to keep adding stock here and let that go. And the chicken breast I've seared off. Again, a 350 degree oven.
Okay.
It's probably been about 10-15 minutes. It should be.
So you just
should
want
be
to sear it
close.
off and then put it in the oven for a little bit.
Yeah, just to finish cooking it through. If you do it too long in the pan, it's going to end up burning without cooking all the way
And
through.
that's why these pans are good too, because you can put them right in the oven. You don't have to put it in there.
It works
okay.
out very well.
We're going to send things to break, but also before we do, I want to mention real quick, of course, the Glen Park Art Festival coming up next weekend. Irishman will be serving some food there out in Williamsville. Head there and check it out. Pretty much 10 a.m. to about 5 p.m. both Saturday and Sunday. Coming up, I'll have your weather in 2 minutes. We'll talk about when the rain's going to come to an end today. Chef Tom will be finishing off this dish. We'll see the finished product. He's putting the basil in the pan right now. Stick with us. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
All right, we are are back in the kitchen with Chef Tom from The Irishman. We have the finished product here, but you are still stirring away with this risotto.
I'm still working on the risotto that I've started here. Yeah, that's a good thing. I had the pre-finished one. But
okay.
as you can see now, the grains are starting to get a little bit bigger. They're starting to take on like a little bit of a kind of almost like a creamy type appearance, and it's starting to get close at this point.
So how can you tell when they're done then, since it is starting
basically, the easiest way I've learned is just grab one. It's still a little bit. Still got a little bit of crunch to it, so I mean, at this point,
too firm?
Yeah, at this point, you just want to add really small amounts of stock because it's getting very close.
All right. If you overdo it with the stock, I mean, is it going to turn to complete mush?
It'll turn to mush pretty quick. It's one of those things. It's a fine line risotto. You're supposed to serve it like immediately, right when it finishes. So it's even when you're cooking at home, it's kind of one of those timing things you really want to keep an eye on.
And you also have some more cream sauce going over there. Did you create a roux at all, or it's just the
no,
cream?
For this one, I just, with the heavy cream, you basically just cook down the butter, the shallot, and a little bit of the basil, and it will kind of thicken up on its own. And that needs another second.
I'm going to give the finished product a try, but we also need to talk about our second helping here.
Yes, this is also an appetizer we've run at the Irishman. Normally we have with spring greens around there, but that's basically just took a tomato, hollowed it out, and stuffed it with this same risotto. And then it's kind of similar, and we'll put a little bit of the basil cream sauce on that as well.
Gotta love more cream sauce.
You know, that's the way I cook here. It's the way we do things. It's not necessarily healthy, but hey.
You know, I'd like to eat all of this myself, but I better share. So we'll bring in Amelia and Matt so they can give a try. It's awesome.
I was gonna say, you better not.
It's all gone by the time you get up here. I better grab you some.
Oh, please
forks,
do.
huh?
It looks so yummy. I love basil in any kind of cooking. So.
And the cream sauce.
Yes.
Can't go wrong with the
No,
cream
you
sauce.
can't go wrong. All right.
Chef Tom, thank you so much for being here. Have
Thank
a great
you.
weekend.
You too.
Happy birthday to Chef Tom's mom. Coming up Monday on Winging It Buffalo Style. As always, we'll have another great chef in our kitchen.
Plus, we're gonna kick off Camp Week with a trip to a local camp.
And we're going to be talking to TMZ about the latest in Hollywood. Thanks for watching.
But right now, I think we're gonna dig in.
Yeah.